We fixin' to make this town real smoky.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to be doing part 2 of the Tekken 8 wishlist. I uploaded part 1 already, and in part 1 I was talking about gameplay, I was talking about combos, rage arts, just all of the gameplay issues that I think should be addressed in Tekken 7. Combo damage, wall travel. I also talked about what kind of game modes I think they can introduce and how they can tweak it to fit the modern age. But in part 2, what I want to do is talk about story. I'm thinking about making a part 3 and talking about more characters, but I'll let you guys decide. If you guys want me to do a part 3 where I really elaborate on more characters, then I will do so. Before we dive into this video, please be sure to subscribe, like the video, and if you enjoy the content, be sure to share it with others so they can also get in on the commentary and the conversation. But we're going to be starting off with story. The first thing that I want to talk about is a time skip. I feel Tekken 8 needs a time skip, and I was kind of thinking about it, but at the end of Tekken 7, I feel like they already showed us a time skip. If you look at Jin, the second to last time we see Jin, he's being airlifted by Lee, Lars, and they're running away from Nina. The last time we see him, they're standing on top of this city and it's destroyed. The whole sky is orange. Everything is just gone. And if you listen to what they're saying to each other, they're saying that Kazuya G Corporation is attacking everyone. And then Jin, he's up, fully healed and operating. To me, that says there's some kind of time skip that's already in effect. I don't know if it's going to be a week or a month. I know Jin probably can heal really fast, but just looking at that city and what Kazuya is doing, I think that tells us a lot about what is already happening at the end of Tekken 7. But regardless, a time skip needs to be enforced. Progress. The second thing, this one kind of goes back to gameplay too and kind of into the characters aspect, but merge Jin and Devil Jin. I think it's time for them to become one character. We often look at them as Jin and Devil Jin, they're merging two separate characters, but you need to look at it as Jin and Devil Jin is one character becoming whole. One character becoming whole, not two being merged. It's a difference there. The next thing I want to talk about is Zafina. Zafina has Azazel in her left arm, and she feels like Azazel is taking over her body. Now we know Azazel feeds off of chaos. If you look at Tekken 7, the ending, that's a lot of chaos happening in that city. What if Zafina reaches Claudio and they're working together to maybe find Jin or unravel the secrets of the Devil Jin, and then Azazel finally gets enough power, finally gets enough energy, and he takes over Zafina. I don't think he should break out and become a dragon again, because that would be Tekken 6 all over again. But what if he takes over Zafina's body? But also, what if no one realizes it? What if Azazel takes over and Claudio doesn't realize it until it's too late? Claudio has some master plan, some master scheme, but what if that never comes to fruition because Zafina and Azazel gets in his way? That could be a huge curveball. I think there's so much potential in Zafina and that Azazel hybrid that they have to tap into that. That is what I want. Zafina gets corrupted by Azazel and Azazel goes on a rampage. He could go undercover or he could just lash out. Either two I'm fine with. The final thing that I want to talk about with story, or the second to final thing, is Lidia. The Mishima Zaibatsu kind of go untouched. All of the games, they do whatever they want and they don't really seem to face any consequences from anyone outside the Mishima family. Like, yeah, Jin will do something and then Lars will come and say, hey, you can't do that. Or Raven will show up. But I feel like Lidia being in the story, this can be the first time we see someone like an actual government figure taking action against them, holding them accountable. I really want Lidia to really like shut down, not maybe Kazuya, but maybe his military, maybe strike back and cripple his organization. I'm expecting big things out of Lidia, and I'm hoping they deliver, because why else would you put her in the story if she's not going to have a big impact? The Prime Minister of Poland. The final thing I want to talk about, of course, I have to mention Yoshimitsu and Kunimitsu. Now, this is going to be more so fan fiction. I can't really consider this a wish list because of how much detail and thought I put into this. I was going to talk about some other characters, but I really don't feel like it's my place to talk about other characters. I try to be more respectful, even though it doesn't seem like it, or sometimes I be trolling. When I talk about other characters and what they should do with characters that isn't mine or characters that I don't play, I try to be more considerate. I don't want to just make videos talking about, oh, they should make Marduk like this and that, but I don't play Marduk, you know? But Yoshimitsu and Kuni, those are the characters that I love the most. Now, in Tekken 7, Kunimitsu says she is going to go after Yoshimitsu, but she doesn't actually reach him. In the trailer, yes, we see them fighting, but that is not canon. So in the story, they haven't even met yet. What I think they can do in Tekken 8 is have Kunimitsu show up to the Maji clan compound, challenge the new Yoshimitsu, and destroy him. I think she should kill him, take him out the picture, take his sword, and run away. Now, for those of you who know about the Maji clan, once you take out Yoshimitsu, someone else replaces him and they become Yoshimitsu. And I think in terms of who can replace Yoshimitsu, I think it could be someone who's young, like I want to say 15, 16, 17, something like that. And it should be someone who's not yet a master. Like Yoshimitsu was training this person to one day replace him, but tragedy struck, and now this person who was being trained is now thrusted into the position of leader before they were expected to, right? I think that would be a very good story to tell. Instead of having another Yoshimitsu who's a master and all-knowing, have someone who's like, they weren't prepared for this, but they were just put in that position. So I'm going to call this person New Yoshimitsu. New Yoshimitsu uses all of the Maji clan resources and tracks down the home of daughter Kunimitsu. And once they go inside, they sneak in through a window or whatever, they find the mother Kunimitsu. For those of you who don't know, the mother Kunimitsu is still alive, but she's sick from some unknown disease. She's dying. So New Yoshimitsu sneaks into the house and he finds Kunimitsu, the mother, laying there. And this is where I get into the fan fiction. I would love to see the mother Kunimitsu say, "You're not the Yoshimitsu I remember." And then New Yoshimitsu says, "Your daughter killed my master Yoshimitsu. I am his successor." And then the mother Yoshimitsu can say something like, "Oh, I was wrong for betraying the Maji clan. Yoshimitsu was right for being upset. He was right for banishing me. I never meant for my daughter to go and avenge my failures. Please forgive her." New Yoshimitsu kind of hesitates. He thinks about it. As he's thinking, the mother Kunimitsu says, "The sword is right there on the dresser. Take it back. It belongs to the Maji clan." And this sentence can be her sort of realizing that her going after the sword in the first place was wrong. But also, don't let revenge consume us. Don't let revenge destroy the Maji clan. She says to New Yoshi, "You two should be what Kunimitsu and Yoshimitsu was always meant to be. Let go of the hatred and the revenge and become allies. Help each other." New Yoshi kind of sits there and he thinks about it. Like, that is what Yoshimitsu and Kunimitsu were meant to be. Allies. He takes the sword. He kind of just looks at the mother and then he leaves. He continues to hunt down the new Kunimitsu. Now, we don't know whether or not he's going to choose revenge or he's going to forgive her. But once he finds the daughter Kunimitsu, he tells her, "I went and visited your mom." Kunimitsu draws her dagger, like, "You did what?" And he's like, "I spoke to her. She said we should forgive one another. We should be allies." And they can have their little back and forth talk and whatnot. But at the end of it, Yoshimitsu would be like, "I forgive you for taking out the original Yoshimitsu. I understand your frustration and I understand Yoshimitsu's, the original Yoshimitsu's wrongdoing. He held that grudge against Kunimitsu for many years, and it spawned this second Kunimitsu who wanted nothing but revenge. So I will not continue that. I am saying let's bury the hatchet. We don't have to be allies right now, but if you need the Manji clan, call us and we will be there. And then new Yoshimitsu leaves. He teleports, he jumps away, he's gone. Later in the story, this is another big what if. But let's say G Corporation, for whatever reason, starts attacking the Manji clan base. You can have this big battle between New Yoshi and Kazuya and, let's say Bruce or Nina. You can have this big battle. And then in this battle, once things is really getting ugly, you can have the daughter Kunimitsu show up and start helping the Manji clan. In this moment, without even saying it, she is on their side and she's fighting for them. And also here, the last thing that I'll say about this little fan fiction of mine, I feel like the daughter Kunimitsu should be powerful, more powerful than New Yoshi. I think that dynamic would be really cool, and it would show that New Yoshi has a lot to live up to, a lot to learn, and maybe he can learn from Kunimitsu, right? I just think giving us this new dynamic would improve the story. I don't want to see any repeats or redos or rehash. I don't want the story to be predictable. And I feel like going down in these directions that I laid out, new Kuni, new Yoshi, Azazel, Zafina, merging Jin, I feel like all of these things are new ideas and it will kind of improve the story. But that's my wish list. From game modes to gameplay to story to fan fiction. Let me know what you guys think down below. I put a lot of thought into this, but not super. This is just stuff that plays in my head and I thought I should put it into video format. So hopefully you did enjoy this. Thanks for watching and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.